Hello everyone, welcome back to Ace Attorney Floor Reverie, the finale of Ace Attorney Floor Reverie. Like a Phoenix. I should have called it Rising Phoenix, that would have been a way better title. But this is it, chat, this is the end. An end that couldn't have come sooner, no. I always get like this towards the end of a stream series, I can't help it, chat, I don't know what it is. But whenever I get to the end of a game, I'm always like, thank God it's over. It's not because the game is bad. It's not because I'm not enjoying it. But this always happens with the games I played recently. Maybe it's because of Persona 5 and how long that playthrough went on for, that I'm more inclined to be like, oh, thank God the game's done. I can play something else now. I think that was the reason why I started doing the quick harvest, because that way I get something else to do on stream that isn't just playing one game for several months. But no, chat. Case 5, Rise from the Ashes finishes today. Let's do a small recap before getting into this. So, previously on Floor Reverie. I believe we are in the final proceedings, as we have figured out that old Damon Gant is the mastermind behind everything. He is the one who has been pulling all the strings on Lana Skye, the chief prosecutor. He is responsible for Bruce Goodman's death, and Lana is an accomplice in this death, where basically she had to dispose of the body. Why this is the case, we are still not entirely sure why Bruce Goodman was killed, outside of the fact he was involved in the evidence transfer that occurred during that day of his murder. Now, this is all tied to the SL9 incident, an incident where Joe Dark killed 6 people, including Neil Marshall, the brother of Jake Marshall over here. Neil Marshall died defending Emma Skye with a knife that he had acquired from the what was it called? The King of Prosecutors statue, which he had acquired earlier that day from Damon Gant. He used that to try and attack Joe Dark, but in a moment of panic and a moment of darkness, Emma ran in to try and defend Neil, but unfortunately she pushed Neil onto a nearby spear that was on a golden statue, golden armor in that room. In that moment, Neil wrote a message on the nearby pot that had been thrown, and we believe the message did say Emma's name, but I find that's all bullshit. Everything we have seen so far involving this and Neil's death, I find very hard to believe. I don't think Emma, a child at the time, had the physical strength to push Neil Marshall into that statue. I just find it bullshit. Can we call Emma a suspected murderer? I guess we can. He is a suspected killer. There you go, Emma. Almost killed by Joe Dark. Supposedly, in quotations, killed Neil Marshall. There you go. Enjoy having that, Emma. Yeah. So I think that's a good summary. I don't think there's anything else we need to note. Edgeworth is in hot water at the moment, so are we, to be fair, from Damon Gant. I believe there is going to be some reckoning by doing our final testimony today from Lana Skye. We need to get the beans and potatoes out of her today. We need to find out everything. She needs to spill the beans, else we cannot help her and Emma. So, without further ado, let's go into the final episode of Phoenix Wright, Floor Reverie, in fact, Ace Attorney. Alright, let's fucking do this. I'm ready. My body is ready. Why, it was a very abrupt beginning because we had to end. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. Oh no, not again. Okay, I thought Gumshoe was gonna appear and be like at the worst possible time again. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe! I'm not a detective anymore. Oh, hold on, let's play the sad music. Where is it? Oh yeah, sorry about that. Ah, don't be. I've already decided where to work now. Where are you gonna work? At your office! What? My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? She didn't really have a top knotted outfit either, though. Poor gumfuck. Still, those are all our moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How does he always get the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Oh, remember what the judge said? I want to go to the pool with him. But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Yeah, what are those risks? Risks? What do they mean by that? Oh, it's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. He forfeits his right to say anything too. Oh. It's Emma! Here she is! I thought Emma was kidnapped by Damon, but I think he just got her fingerprints, because we took that from the locker. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna pin the murder back on Emma. We already know that there was, like, implications of that, but he wanted her fingerprints, I'm betting. Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. Oh, wait, no, she passed out, didn't she? I forgot. But she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I really like killing Neil Marshall. It made me feel almost relieved. What? I enjoyed killing him so much, Phoenix. Oh.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all.
Not for honor, but for you. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. Yeah. I mean, we kind of guessed that, right? Like, he purposely hid away all of herself so that no one would find out what was going on. But I can't imagine Lana getting out of this without any repercussions. Like, even if we prove that Damon Gant orchestrated all of this and was, you know, the mastermind behind everything, even controlling Lana to a certain extent, Lana is still an accomplice in murder. She still had the body there. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Again, I don't think he did it. I don't think it's strong enough. Hey! Don't go blaming yourself now! If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal!
Holy shit, Gumfuck is based! Look, chat, he's based! Just gonna screenshot that and send that to a friend. Give me a second. Let's go here, and then this, and say... There we go, lovely. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor, but it was pitch black. I see.
Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act.
I don't know why I'm giving him this wrestling voice. Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you.
Huh?
I want to be there. When Lana tells the truth, I want to see Damon Gant squeal. Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. Oh, fuck. Me and old AG working together. Right. It's the final one, chat. Wait, where's my gavel? What do you mean to be continued? That was the shortest interlude ever. Don't tell me I can save after that. You fuck. No, I think it was good to start from there because we got a little bit of a recap as well. I got my gavel ready to go, chat. So So I found out between episodes, chat, I found out that apparently games 2 and 3 don't have 3-day cases. In kind of an act to try and improve the pacing, apparently Capcom make it so that most cases from now on are going to be 2-day cases. And I kind of prefer that. Like, the jumping between investigation and then the court case is a little bit, like, abrupt. And I kind of prefer when it's shorter like that. I don't have anything against Rise and Ash. I think the story is great, but there are parts of it that I think could have been a little bit shortened. I think it's overall a really good case, but I think I prefer Turnabout Goodbyes. Now then, will the defender order the McGavell? Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand. Time for you to spill the beans, Lana. Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. You're not going to ask her name and profession? You're just going to do it yourself? I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. No, I don't think we do. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. I feel like we've never heard the truth in court, and it's really annoying. So many people are going to jail for lying in court. How long can you go to jail if you lie in court, chat? That's perjury, isn't it? Hey Google, how long could you go in jail for lying in court? Holy shit! Up to 7 years in prison and also a potential fine. In Canada, it's up to 14 years! Holy shit! Yeah, you don't want to lie under oath. That'll be the end of your life. Of course. Lana's gonna be like old and wrinkly when she gets out of prison. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Even if I'm 6 feet under, I'll still be your sister, Lana. I don't like the sound of that. Oh. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. So please don't lie, Lana. Gant and the Fabrication. It sounds like a Harry Potter book. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. Oh, isn't there? I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. Worth noting, chat, just for a little bit of context for this episode, this is almost a week since I last recorded the last episode, so I'm going to forget a couple of things here. Luckily, we've got notes and evidence and also chats, in case I do need help. But just so people are aware, it has been a bit of a time since I've last played this. I think most people playing this game would have continued doing the case like in an evening after an evening, so when I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. Sounds pretty good so far. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Sure it didn't. I'm sure you cradling Emma in your hands had nothing to do with what you did that day. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course, I'm sure. But Lana! This is true. Then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. Yeah, I disagree. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. Yeah, the entire case has been that, to be fair, Phoenix. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Gant and the Fabrication. Right. Let's start pressing.
Hold it!
How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years? Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. He must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why... Wait, what was the first one again? Yeah, okay, for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day, so there's motive. Personal motive here, Lana. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with... No. It's still manslaughter. He wouldn't have, like, you know, had a life sentence, but it would have still been manslaughter. Even with the best defense attorneys, I think. That's not the point. He was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana. That's why he fabricated evidence 2 years ago. But you just said in your testimony that he did it to get him, like, taken out. He didn't do it for Emma. When the vampire secured Marky's body, I rearranged the crime scene. You say you did all this by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? Oh. What did you see, Lana? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. How did you know about this, though? Did you arrive, like, just to go to your office? Because it wasn't you in the interrogation room, it was Damon Gant. Only him and Neil would have known about this. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? The prosecutor marshal died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change the statement. But it was next to the pot, so someone must have died near the statue. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. Why was it broken? It was probably knocked away in the struggle. Sure it was. Why was there a bit of it inside of his back? That's not how it went down. He's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. Or just to protect me. So when you found a scene like this, what did you do? I like delay gavel there. It's on the other side of my desk, chat, so I gotta go grab it and then hit it afterwards. After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Right. But that's different now. Means it's probably that one. So you rearranged the crime scene? Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Dot. Are you so desperate to hide that fact? Yes, of course he is. You're willing to risk the death sentence? Yeah, for her sister. He's lying. He did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. I think she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. Got to get Lana to talk more. She's lying and she's bound to make it slip up and make it... Yeah, we've done that with number 4. So it's number 4. We definitely know it's this one. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, and moved the body. And why is that a contradiction to what we already know about the scene? Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung, a knife tip was found in a wound. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes, weapon found, and wound was missing tip. Wait. Well, this is saying the weapon was found in the wound, missing the tip. Was the actual tip found in the wound? Wait, hold on. That's a contradiction. Because he just said that the tip was found in it, but it wasn't the tip, it was the weapon. The tip wasn't found in there. The tip's not in there at all. Could be wrong, but I don't know. I'm gonna press this statement a bit more. Cause I think we can press new statements as well, I'm pretty sure. You planted the tip of Dark's knife and then you moved the body. But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. Oh, you've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe wait, your head's a bit not screwed on properly, Phoenix. Why did he move the body? The knife makes sense, so why did he move the body? When he showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where he deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. Yes, so why did he move it away from his desk? But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pierced pieces of the jar that shattered during the events fair my plan. Pieces of the jar? You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when he first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. What? Wait! It's already been shattered to pieces. Why does that sound wrong? Unstable jar, final fragments found in Emma is written on the surface in blood. But the blood is across multiple, it's not only on that shard. The person who wrote it didn't write it only on that shard, which means that it couldn't have been broken before, unless they knocked it down, maybe. But we'd have to infer that. Hold on. That is a contradiction. It couldn't have been broken before it arrived, because they wrote the name on it. I don't think they had the strength to also knock it down afterwards. If you look at the crime scene, it will be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. No! You lying! You're lying, Lana! That didn't fucking happen! I see. What's the matter, Emma? And the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. Yeah, they keep mentioning it too, that it was at the crime it was committed. But I have a feeling there was more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. No, wrong button, shit. Okay, skip forward this again. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Right.
back to that one, and then present. I'm going to present the jar, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It couldn't have been shattered before the crime occurred, chat.
Objection!
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. That's right, I'm not just bringing you down, Lana, I'm bringing Emma down too. A contradiction in my Yes. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. You have a problem with that? Yeah, timeline. It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar of the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. If they had written on it with the plan of the first person seeing it to see those letters, why would the jar have been shattered? That would go entirely against their purpose. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Ah. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar! Holy fuck! Nice job, Phoenix. That was very good of you. Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. So the jar was shattered. Who shattered the jar? Because I don't think the murderer would have actively shattered the jar, because they hid the middle piece of the pot, obviously to then later incriminate Emma. We know that now. But that means that the person who shattered the jar would not have wanted to do it. Or no, the person who shattered the jar couldn't have been the one who wanted to hide the evidence. So it has to be Lana. Lana must have done... Maybe he hit the jar over Joe Dark's head, and that's why he was unconscious? What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Yeah, you're not getting your way out of this one, Lana. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room. Didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? What, you wiped it clean? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. Didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. So she arrived after it had occurred. So after Damon Gant did his thing. Jar and message in blood. If Neil had actually wrote on the jar... Well, no, because the blood would have to line up with the rest of the jar, right? Because if Lana had actually wiped it clean, which would have been a good idea, because then they wouldn't have been able to incriminate Emma, then... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Jar, message, and blood. When did you notice the blood traces in the jar? So the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. Oh, fuck! Woo! But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. Yeah, get judged. You're an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe? Oh, I'm also an ace attorney. You didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces. Normally I would have. Yeah, but Emma was there, right?
It was dark in the room. I didn't have time to check it out. So, you didn't know what your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you do that for me? Oh, you're the best older sister ever. Cleaning up my murder for myself. Oh.
It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. We didn't destroy the pot, though. This is rather shocking. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. True, you would have kept it because that would have been concrete evidence. What else could I have done in that situation? Oh no. I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces and wipe away the evidence from Demon Gant, right? The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. But it doesn't make any sense because there was blood on it. But how could you see with the power out? Should have been pitch black in the office. Detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol. Yeah, the essentials, Emma. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before. Again, you didn't clean it though, because there were parts of the pot that still had the blood on them. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions.
I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time.
Not too late. I don't know what you mean by treating her badly. What did you do, Emma? Do you just not hang out with her in the last 2 years? I guess it's the idea that she's been treating her sister coldly for what she's been doing the last 2 years. But to be fair, Lana was put in that situation. She couldn't really get out of it. After we've gone to the ball, this is like a terrible series of events, right? This is a tragedy. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain in the history of the prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
The sister's really putting up a fight. Must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I am a big fan of this case ending with this and not Damon Gant. I think that would have been called, like, you know, take Damon Gant down. But us ending with Lana and Emma, I think, brings it back to a nice full circle at the beginning of the case. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Looks like I wiped away the blood. Is it the pot again? But there was blood traces on the jar. No, wrong burn. I keep pressing the wrong burn there. Blee blah, blee blah, blah, blee blah, blah, blee blah. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals the truth even you were. Yeah, because the fragment we found had blood on it. What? We found the final fragment of the jar. Well, she found the pieces, so she didn't find the fragment. And only one person could have put that in the safe, and it was him. In the chief's safe? But, oh, she doesn't know about the evidence against Emma. I knew it. She really didn't know. Oh, God. There was a very interesting implication here. What if Joe didn't write, or not Joe, Neil, what if Neil didn't write the message on the jar? What if that was Damon who did that with Neil's blood? I mean, that makes sense. Something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was
Still blood on it. But the witnesses testified. She gathered every last piece and wiped the blood of the pieces she could find. Yes, these are only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Yeah! But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Objection!
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. And also she did it to try and save her sister. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that?
Objection!
This is not relevant to the case, Judge. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When his witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Oh God, the judge is being attacked right now by us. Is he gonna have a crash out? No! I need to order myself. Fucking hell. Wait. I'm not the one on trial here. Demon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question. What is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet love when Edgeworth goes off. It makes me happy. Oh, spying on her finger. No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect. He's protecting you, not the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up their most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Well, you're not coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe Wright after all. What do you mean, Wright? So, you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Well, that too. Miss Sky, please testify once more. I like Phoenix being smart here, because yeah, Damon Gant doesn't care. He left. He has enough confidence to assume whatever Lana is going to say is not going to incriminate him. He has got us in a trap right now. And whatever we say here, if we follow the principles that he expects us to do, then we're just going to end up on the firing squad, basically. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Yeah, but into the statue. Miss Sky, if you will. Do it. You have to. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. No, there definitely is. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Very well. Oh, now we are in the trap. Out of the sauce, but out of the frying pan into the fire, as they say. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. This isn't going to be the final time. Actual crime scene. Oh, shit. Here we go, chat. Let's sit up and get ready for this. Oh, big stretch. Big drink. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I raised all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove this body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright this morning. Da-da-da! Evidence law! What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. Wait. But this is a book. I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Did you even look in the book, Phoenix?
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you.
You had to spell it out for me, though. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
She had evidence again. Must be a picture in there somewhere.
Yeah, it was the most recent thing I've gotten. And thank God the notes don't go to like 3 pages or 4 pages in this game. Let's do it. Oh! Turn around! Look at this little guy.
Pio.
Oh God. Hey, there's a picture here. You don't want to see this, Emma. It's pretty graphic. Jesus.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
That might be the most graphic image in this game so far.
No detective saw the crime scene like this.
Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Crime scene photo taken. Don't tell me on 4 fucking pages. Oh, I wish. Oh. Why is there a big bit of his jacket like eaten? What's going on in here? Also, you can see it punctured his lungs because he spurted out blood.
Mr. Wright, that picture I cut out from his vest. Could that be?
Oh! Oh! The cloth we found. Okay, so I'm glad we just spelled that out. I had a feeling that was going to be an entire puzzle, so I'm glad that wasn't one. What's this? More and more pieces of evidence.
There's a handprint, isn't it?
It's the handprint you used to push him. So he cut it off.
That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever the fingerprints those were must be the real murderer.
About that. What? But those fingerprints.
They're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
It's good if you can't read minds. Anyway, let's get on with this cross-examination. Well, again, she could have pushed him, but she might not push him into the thing. He also could have taken, like, a handprint from the other side when she was unconscious. We don't... It might have not... Well, she says she remembers pushing someone, though. Maybe she pushed Joe Dark? And then when she was unconscious, Damon Gant walked over, put her hand against the fabric, and that would have been the fingerprints he needed. Not that difficult to understand, I feel. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its final cross-examination. Here we go, chat.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marcus' body in Oh! Oh, shit! Holy fuck! Oh! That was great! Oh my god!
Come on, Archie. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant, what, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
You've already lost your right to fucking be here and to give your testimony.
Objection!
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of that noose tightening around your own neck. Oh my god!
Ah! Ha! So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me.
Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean...
Hold on. Just to confirm, the evidence you can only submit. No evidence shall be shown about the approval of the police department. Only such evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Just remember those 2 points. You still have some conclusive evidence? Yeah, it's the stuff you got today, I'm betting, from Emma.
No, I don't.
But someone does.
Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto?
Huh?
Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who not the Neil Marshall causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is that true, Mr. Wright?
No. Because there's a lot to dissect from this piece of fabric. We don't know if it came from his top. It could have been recent. There is nothing decisive about what we have in our pocket right now. It comes from 2 years ago. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out. No! There's not enough to gather from it!
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
Uh-oh. I'm going to present the book, chat. I'm going to throw out a big play here and present a book. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? No! Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie!
If we present it, Emma's going in jail. Chief Gant, at least by the game's understanding of it. I can be annoyed as much as I want about how that evidence I don't feel is enough to justify it. But the game saying it's bad, so I'm going to trust the game.
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, fuck! And because it's not registered with the police department, I don't have to bring it out. Woo! Mr. White, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why I won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's chest? There's anything odd about the chest area.
I know it was a morbid image, chat, but I'm gonna go on a small break. I'll be back momentarily after the ads. So enjoy clips from the stream. See you guys in a second. Savage Beast Fly, this motherfucker. What do you mean one more? What do you mean one more? Game?
I am not fighting this guy again. That's not good. That's terrifying. Angered adult beastfly with a weighty body and a thickened... Oh, that was when I found out that wouldn't be the only time I fight Savage Beastfly in Silk Song. I do believe Maelstrom will be beginning Silk Song soon. Not next week, not this week, but not probably the week after. I don't know how long Kingsfield is going to take. Chat, I am back. I have just consumed a nice packet of roast chicken crisps. And I am ready to see how this case is going to end. See the victim's chest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? Welcome back, thank you, Michael Parson. Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, Chief the Police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Yeah, bitch. How does that make you feel? Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gal, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll teach you what really happened. What? You mean you admit it? You admit to it? Why? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
You really were manipulating her.
So now he's just going down with the ship. He's going to take her, Emma, and Lana with him, basically. If you take me out, I'll take you out as well, kind of thing. I knew Lana. If I made a lot of the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky?
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I heard her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
If they were there, maybe they could have incriminated Emma.
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck.
Well, you didn't make it at all. Well, you were in the course of getting it, I guess.
See this jar fragment? I hit the most likable part of Emma's name.
I didn't expect
Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you had fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Oh. He's become Santa Claus. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I get one more item for insurance.
I don't know what I'm doing with the voice right now.
You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it.
No.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
Do you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth that you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that being chief at all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, I don't know. I feel like fabrication of evidence is also a pretty severe crime that's going to get you a couple of years in prison. Especially using Lana the last 2 years. What do you have to say for yourself?
Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move.
Righto. You should have shown it then, before it was too late.
He's become Mr. Bean again.
Been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally... I think we need to bring out the evidence book. 2 birds with 1 stone. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. No, it's too late to show the evidence now. Besides, even if I did, just expose that poor girl's fingerprints. Right, think harder with the circumstances. Yes. Okay, it's definitely the book. Because think about it, the 2 rules we know from that book is 1, it has to go for the police department first, and 2, it has to be relevant to the case. In theory, the thing being taken and that could have both been fabricated by Gan to make Emma seem like she's the one who was responsible for it. Alongside that, they have not been registered. But we need to provide proof of that though, that's the issue here. And if they were fabricated, then they are not relevant to the case. The circumstances I'm talking about then, now. There's only one major difference between the 2. Weren't you waiting for that difference? So, I just figured out my plan. No! Mr. Wright, this is your only chance. Yeah, I gotta present it. Alright, let's see. Oh, for fuck's sake, Flower, you fucked up, and now you have to know you lost some points. I don't know. I have no idea. Your bag? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be it. Welcome in, Maelstrom. Is it actually Phoenix all along? Well, I feel like presenting the book wouldn't help it. The evidence law book here wouldn't help us because we're not... It doesn't have anything to do with the case. It's just how evidence law works. We were just given the photo. I'm gonna have a look at the photo. We are like at the end, Maelstrom. We are like in the final bit now. Demon Gank came back. He like said hold it during the final testimony. It was fucking nuts. And I looked at the top of the report again. Stabbed to die from blood loss and a 10 minutes weapon found. He coughed up blood. Wait! Wait. Wait. Chat! Think about it. If he is hiding the evidence, he didn't get rid of the blood on this. Why would he get rid of the blood on the piece of cloth? Right? If the blood would have mixed with the fingerprints, I guess, sure. But there would have been blood still on the cloth. There's no blood on it. Look. The blood went onto the jacket. It's not only on the shirt, it's also the jacket itself. He would have coughed the blood onto that part too. So that would have been in the piece of the fragment we got from the cloth. Yes! Wait, I'm on the right. Let's just check this. I don't know if it's right, but let's just see first, shall we? Blood-proof jacket? Well, there's blood in the rest of the jacket, though. Unless there's only blood-proof in that one part. I don't know. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's chest. Oh, yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? That's not his voice. It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Shit.
You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it.
Wright had all this time to present his evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would he do that? You mean you already knew? You knew whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Yeah, I got some bad news, Emma. Whoever the fingerprint belongs to must be the real murderer again. How do we know he didn't just pick this up later? It could 100% be fabricated. Whose fingerprints are they? We have to say them. Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom those fingerprints belong to is... Ah! I have to throw Emma under the bus. God damn, I remember at the beginning of this case where I said I didn't like Emma, and now I'm like, I don't want to cause Emma to go through this. Is this what they call planting evidence or getting planted? Both. I'm sorry, Emma. Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh! You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did show Prosecutor Marshall to his death. No. How could you? This is a bad ending. I just get a bad ending right now. Fuck! I thought I was onto something. Would they not being bloodied? Oh, Miss Sky. You knew his fingerprints as well all along. You acted like he really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but all of your lives!
Oh god.
But your career too.
You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. So did you! You're going down the ship too! You admitted to using Lana!
That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Oh, he's not backing down right now.
I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your bag, boy!
No! Not my badge! I love my badge!
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. Are you gonna tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer.
This is great. I love this. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, piece of cloth contains critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth.
Okay, wait, that's the wrong voice. What could it possibly contradict? No blood, just as he said, yeah. Chief Gant, you're trying to call. Well, think about what the implications of that are. If there's no blood on it, the blood would have soaked into the cloth. That's not something you can wipe off. It's not a piece of pottery. It's not something you can just wipe off very easily. This is something that must have had blood on it, and yet there was none. This piece of fabric was not on Neil Marshall at the time, and thus it could not have been from Emma pushing him. Emma must have pushed someone else who was wearing an orange outfit. And who do we know has a fucking orange outfit, chat? Fucking Damon Gant. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Take it, right? And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Guy took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. Oh yes, it's weird. Chat, the judge and Damon Gant's voices are very similar. Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out of all the blood in his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth is completely spotless. Wait, there's no blood on it. Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, that is nonsense! Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he shoved us. Oh, here we go, the music's playing too, it's so hype. Yes! We're working together, it's wonderful. He most likely hit his head and the ground was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky hit the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death. Holy shit, impaled, dead by daylight style, yeah. Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar of the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind the clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through this very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally all over. Uh-oh. Oh, look at him. Look, he's desperate now. Oh, that feels really satisfying. That was close, Wright. You almost had me. What? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is legal evidence. Oh, is it now? But I'm pretty sure it is relevant to the case. Order, order! What nonsense is this? Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, okay? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of evidence. Or cloth. So then what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Because it wasn't relevant by that point, but now it is. Rule number 2 in the book, my guy. Oh, that's so great! The final bit of evidence we need to present is Phoenix showing that he's learned to read a book. That's so thematic, considering he didn't read any of the books in the first case. That's great. That feels so climactic for this game, my god. Oh, that's true. Friends did refuse to present evidence. I love that the final thing is a bit of legal technicality. That's great. At the moment, the piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct, but I'm going to illegally shoot him right now so we can end this case. Deal with it. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. True. Illegal evidence cannot be used. You know the laws as well, Edgeworth, so you could just say it right now if you wanted to, but you can make me do it, aren't you? Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright, rule number 2. Rule number 2 of the book. It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. I see you knew the entire time, did you, Phoenix? Mr. Wright, do you admit it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I don't think I illegally concealed the cloth. Judge. I admit I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is illegal, but that was because it wasn't relevant by that point. But it only became relevant after that sentence you said. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. It's not that I didn't present evidence then. That I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved in presenting. Oh, this is awesome! I fucking love this! What a great way to end this case! Oh, that's so good! Say what I will about this case being like a little bit long in spots, but this ending's fucking brilliant. No, Edgy, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. Remember the joke actually objected at one point. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the court law, then to do it now. I present to you a legal book. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at the point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Oh! Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown about the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. So, fabricated evidence, but still approved. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case and trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SR9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No! He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You presented it as evidence, giving that piece of evidence we had value. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. The day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the video. Oh, that was his plan! Oh, yes! Oh, you smug bastard. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. So it is a piece of his... Oh my god.
He just died. He clapped to death. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Oh, we getting the entire villain monologue right now? That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the apartment trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find. I'm glad I got to do the cowboy voice one more time. Please, you gotta help. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. Oh shit. Oh, I don't think I've done Bruce Goodman's voice yet. What voice should I give him, chat? Just a regular voice? What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "Not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to the marshal." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SO9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. And he killed him with it. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint in Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. Oh? But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. And he put the body in my car. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives there, Will. my car! That's what Edgar thinks about right now. It's all the case. That's why he's doing this, to get, like, revenge for his car. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How can you get this guy involved in all of this? Well, he had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. Well, more so with you, because I think you killed the Jake Marshall, didn't you? So, did the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. He sounds so immature now, it's great. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a I mean, to be fair, you almost got away with it. If it wasn't for that evidence he fabricated 2 years ago, you would have been fine. They all did their best to get in my way. Gotta hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me. We're the same. No, you can't throw that out, buddy. Edgar's never fucking killed anyone. One day, you'll understand. Oh, believe me. You will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. This is foreshadowing, chat. Is this like foreshadowing to like a later case in like the series? I wonder. Because I know A-Group has his own games. He has the investigations games, which I've heard about. I don't know if I'll play this, chat. I guess we'll see. I am enjoying this game immensely, so I'll definitely get around to those at some point. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. He just like activates like his rocket shoes and just flies up into the air. What the fuck? See you later, Uggy! This goes. Oh, Uggy. Oh. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. I'll have my chronological list if you want it sometime. What do you mean, Maelstrom? Do you not suggest playing it in game order? Or like, I should like move on to others after into a certain one after 3? Because I know these 3 are kind of in a row. And I also know the great Ace Attorney is set in the past. Which I'm very interested in doing. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, there was an order for story and order for release. Like we're doing now of Case 5, I see. Okay. And I'm doing order by release, yeah. Well, I think it's because you've already played most of them, right? So that's not going to be as much of a problem for you. But if you do have suggestions, Maelstrom, do let me know. And I'll look into it. Because I do think Trials and Tribulations is the next one. So order it like that if you want the list. Yeah, okay. Sorry, old friend. Put it on Discord for you. Oh, let's have a look at this. Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. So the next one is, yeah, it is Game 2 and then Game 3. Justice 4. Wait, no, Justice 4 is the third one, isn't it? No, it's Game 2. Holy shit, it's going to be like 50 episodes. And then the final one is the old games being the Great Ace Attorney Resolve. I noticed that in... Oh no, I thought Investigations wasn't on here, but it is. Damn, we were only through the first fucking game. It's gonna be a long run through, chat. This series might end up being longer than Persona 5. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. Oh, I knew you as you used to be long ago. I love this. Do we think Damon might appear in other games? I like Damon a lot as a character. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Reggie. Thanks for the memories, though. I also left the Ace Attorney X Professor Layton game off that list as it's more of a weird fan service time travel thing. Yeah, if I was to play that, that would be after playing the Professor Layton games. Which I don't know if I ever do. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright over here. And Worthy. Oh. With these two around, you can't... Don't start to make me like you fucker. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Justice for all and trials and tribulations. He just says all the names. Absolute cinema. There are 2 things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Guy, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Guy. Couldn't get you out of all your trouble. No, I don't think we can. I do think you might be serving time in jail. My. What high standards you have. Poor rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. But buy the book when it comes out, Lana Sky. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, she's doing the Mia face. Ah! She's smiling, I don't like it. Oh, my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, I was gonna say, you should give Edgeworth some good stuff here too. He also did a lot of the work here. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It is nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. The controller almost fell on the floor, chat. And yet, Baka, wait, hold on.
Baka.
Rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. Go give Edgy a pat on the head. Yeah, that is his name now going forward. His name is Edgy. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it! I don't need my job. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, yeah, I'm gonna say, like, let's be realistic here. Although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is he still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? Well, she's free now. Only to be put into jail. First degree murder anyway, yeah. Well, it's more like third degree. It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free from these heavy chains. Wow, I mean, you're going to be going back into jail soon, so you're not going to be free for very long. Get drugged. Let me see it. Let me see the not guilty verdict. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Involuntary manslaughter by stature? No. She was an accomplice in hiding a body. Like, sure, she didn't commit the murder, but it's not manslaughter. It wasn't an accident. She was involved in it. I know we want Lana to have a happy ending, but, like, she still hid the body. She still stabbed the body afterwards. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
This town.
Woo! Yes! Wait, where is it? Shit, I haven't got it, chat. I have a whistle somewhere. I got it. Give me a second. Yeah. We did it. I found a whistle just lying around in my study, and I was like, let's use it. Cute people get happy endings? Come on. Nah. Well, maybe Lana's not cute. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Why is it playing the Mario music right now? Oh. Emma! My sister's going to jail for life! It turns out she was involved in a bunch of murders, and, she's not ever gonna come out, Phoenix! Oh well. Cry me a river, I guess. Why the long face? Wait, hold on, chat. Why did I do this? Why am I in such a silly mood? Absolute Emma. Absolute sin Emma. Forehead. Why the long face? Something in the water today, I don't know. Sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended, my luminol spray ran out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Emma.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Oh, it's because she smiled.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
You've suffered every bit. Okay, we've read this dialogue before. Literally like 10 seconds ago.
You know, I did my best too.
Oh, it's because you didn't get any praise from your sister, I see.
But I didn't say a single word.
Well, it's because you're going to spend the rest of your lives together. Oh, we're not inputting anything, pals. Gumshoe for the third fucking time. Have you got your job back, Gumshoe? Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Switch off the light and have a nozzle blow glue from all the blue from all the luminol. Yeah. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? You're gonna Detective run around all day while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Oh, me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Your sister in jail.
Lana!
Gumshoe goes to a lot of funerals, I guess. Because it's part of the job, right? Should you be doing this? Still under arrest, you know. Oh, he's a police officer, right? Well, I won't tell you if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. Okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago. Are we gonna get the whole story now?
Was the first time in my life I ever panicked.
Nah, I find that hard to believe.
It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realise I was wrong.
Well, you were though, because if you went out of his thing, Emma would have been fucked.
Changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you're only doing it for me.
No. Huh? I was doing it for Gumshoe too. Wait, what?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. I'm such a fool. Took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I want to commit murder with you.
Wait, what? Emma ever wear those sunglasses on her eyes? We've seen her wearing them a couple of times, I think.
I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now,
Yeah, there you go, Winterheart.
and now you have.
Aww.
Oh, Emma. Emma.
Oh, that's adorable. I love that. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is try to make up for our mistakes. Why must we wear these ridiculous ties? For our mistakes, you ask. Because in so doing, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Is that it? Is that the end of Case 5? At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright. Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Does that mean that
Edgeworth is going to become chief prosecutor and Gumshoe's going to get detective role again? Or maybe Gumshoe will become chief of police? Fuck yeah! Chief of police Gumshoe.
Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Where's he hiding? Here's my boy! Where was he hiding?
I just came to say,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now. Bye, Agus. You did the gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. What? No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. God damn it, Edgeworth! Stop digging your own hole. You always do it.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, I don't ever even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. Didn't come over here because he called me. I came over here because I wanted to. I just like a cat trying to. He is like a cat. He's the most cat person in the game. Chat, I've got a new rule. We're not gonna read flashback text if it was in this fucking episode, because it's a waste of time. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. But you can't wear red. You can't wear blue. It looks bad on you. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Him and Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true. Going back to today's trial, you weren't alone. You had your husband, Phoenix Wright. You're right. And we just both get married here. And then just ends with us both hugging. I'll lose my gourd if that actually happens, chat. You're working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, look how flustered he's getting. What is this, a pub quiz?
Go on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I have been able to find on our own. The money bag. That might mean something to you. I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. Huh?
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
Oh. I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. It's time for me to go. Oh, wait, no, did I get a bad ending? Shit!
Mr. Edgeworth!
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? What are you going to fight for, Edgeworth? You just missed on a little extra dollar. Oh, shit! That's over 40 minutes ago. Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. Is Edgeworth going to begin the next game as a prosecutor? This has happened at the end of every case. Surely you know it was coming. What? I don't remember any other cases. I know. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? What I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, we're waiting for you in court, and also in the bedroom. Farewell. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Oh, fuck shit. Better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. I can't wait to visit you in jail.
Case 1, Larry, but no, I'm sure she was thinking about you, Larry. Show clock. Oh, I see. Didn't happen in case 4. Seems we have a lot to learn and catching up to do.
Here, hey, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation? I want that! Look at a little duck on it!
Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. I did well.
Then it did happen in case 4. I don't remember it happening.
Thanks, sis. I will.
You're right, it did. I don't remember what it was then. Pretty sure you showed Maya something when she's on the train now. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. I'm sure we'll be encountering them again, chat. Oh, that's definitely gonna be the thumbnail. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Outside of Lana, who's going to be in jail for the next 9 years. And as for me, well, I have a bedroom to get to. I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Oh, look at all the characters! The journey to rediscover myself. Extra fading into the background kind of fucked me up there. Why was Larry in there? Well, don't go checking off just yet, pal. What is it, gunfuck? Huh? What is it, detective? There's a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it might be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story. Did you break her out? Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, haha. You see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Will I be? Final note, chat, final note of the episode. Huh? Huh? It'll be fun to see Lana in 90 years when she gets out on good behavior, yeah. You showed by the bullets you grabbed from Von Karma. Right! I showed a lot of people to get her here, Gumshoe. Right. Gumshoe, you cheapskate. Oh, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Give me a break. What is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hang on, idea. Why don't we go pair off together? Maybe this music is appropriate here.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go pay off the debt together.
Oh, what a great way to do the credits. Shout, we did it. Case 5. Rise from the ashes. Wait, I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Oh, I can't. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be sure to investigate crimes together with Emma. Chat, that was it. That was Ace Attorney. No, Case 5. So yeah, that was like 7 episodes, I think. It was pretty nuts. Yeah, I think there was one for investigation. I think there was also one for each courtroom. So, yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the Keeper's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'll be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said, so they fired me. This goes to show, you can't keep me off that easily. But yeah, overall, it was a little bit long in spots. I will say that there were parts of the case I felt could have been trimmed a bit, but for the most part, I liked it a lot. I liked how it ended, and how the fun bit of evidence involved is actually using like lawyer law to defeat Gant. I think that's a nice full circle moment. Oh no!
My new mission is to guard the main entrance, take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entire entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm gonna make a detective.
Yes, my controller's vibrating.
But I can't just be like that.
Gumshoe! Oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad word to start one. No, but yeah, I like how it ended. It felt more climactic, I guess, in some ways than Case 4, but I do think I like Case 4 a little bit more, just because I think it's better paced. No. No! Okay, I'm glad we don't have to hear it. I'm good at dance, chat. Yes! You die, you son of a bitch. I haven't really got anything else to say. I think the puzzles really, I really like the videotape puzzle and the fingerprint puzzle. That pot puzzle can go to hell though, that sucked. I did enjoy how I solved it. What is it? Now you see I'm having me a showdown of a steak lunch, partner. Miss Dunn managed to stake this casino one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. Even gave Bambima back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? No, I'm sorry, but Meekins is going to be looking after that now. So Billy was his pet cat. I thought that was his car for some reason.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while.
Why am I even seeing you?
As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. Top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Ben Judd. Good job, Ben Judd. The only person involved in localization. Okay, no, there we go. Brandon Gay and Kaori Funakushi. Oh, I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after that trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Let's bit to the left. Oh, my dementia's setting in. Anyway, he said he's been doing something, how many years? Where am I? Hello? I'm not meant to be here right now. I forgot my gavel. Wait, where's my gavel? My gavel's here. Sorry, gotta go. the judge will be dead by game 3. He's too old. I'm looking forward to getting a different judge at some point. Oh, ads are playing. Oh, well, that's a bad time for ads.
Oh well.
I mean, we are just sitting here drawing credits. I got nothing else really to say, to be fair. I felt like I've said everything I wanted to.
Oh! Ah! Nothing seems to sound like fresh country yet.
I hope her and Ember share the same scene.
Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't get back until I'm a fully fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Not my name. That was cool. I like getting to see Maya at the end there. It's a shame that no one saw because there was ads. But no, I also enjoyed the DS elements, like the 3D objects. I'm looking forward to seeing that hopefully in, I assume, Game 3. I don't know if Game 2 is also Game Boy Advance. But I guess we'll see, won't we? I'm looking forward to seeing there being new mechanics as well as we go along. Mr. Edgeworth, we're in his bedroom. Oh no!
Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on?
Is your invitation to smash? I hope that character never comes back again. So I'm guessing Edgeworth might not be a prosecutor in Game 2 then. He might have left and that could have been good reasoning.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book
or call her. I guess she's in jail, so she can't call. Oh. What? Oh, has it got the picture inside it? That's a cool way to end this. Oh, look at this! Oh, that's cute. Yay! We got the achievement too, chat. That's it. Oh my god. That was a very short stream. That was only 2 hours. I thought it was going to be a bit longer than that. Oh well. Right, well, that is the end of Ace Attorney Floor Reverie, the first game in the series. Now, like I said, I think we are going to return to Ace Attorney probably not after Skies of Feralia. I'm going to say probably probably summertime, maybe? Late summer? We'll see. Depends on what I want to do, because I've got no plan to the Skies of Feralia. I might do a different visual novel game, I think, but we'll see. I'll definitely be up for taking suggestions for what I could play, but that has been this game, this wonderful, brilliant game that I have had so much fun doing on this channel, making the notes, going through every single fucking case with this stupidly precise eye that was not needed at all. If I kept doing this for every single case, this would have been like half the notes. But that was a lot of fun, putting all this together, going through everything, like working it out with you all. I had an absolute blast, and yes, Justice for All will be this year. Fingers crossed. I have it locked in a schedule at the very least. But that is it for this week, chat. I've got no other streams planned. Well, I've got one stream planned next week, which will be Skies of Feralia on the Sunday, but we'll get through more of that info when we go to the raid screen. Chat, I will see you all soon. Thank you all for joining me for this run, and case adjourned.